It's time to take away fractions. In this video I'll show you how to subtract fractions. The method's almost the same as adding fractions, so the working is almost the same. So we still keep our working in the middle and leave space at the sides. The example we're going to do is 3/4 take away 2/3. We're doing quarters and thirds, so we need part of the 4 and 3 times table. So could you press pause and do part of the 4 and 3 times table till you get the same number in both. Three is the smallest number now, so we add another 3 to get 6. So 2 3s is 6. 4 is now the smallest number, so we add another 4 to get 8. 2 4s is 8. 6 is now the smallest, so we add another 3 and we get 9. 3 3s is 9. And 8's now the smallest number, so we add 4 and we get 3 4s is 12. 9's the smallest number, so we add 3 and we get 4 3s is 12. You can now see we've got 12 in both, and that tells us we're dealing with 12ths. So we put 12 under both fractions, and we're ready for the next stage. We've got to find out what the numbers on the top are. So could you press pause and find the top numbers? We multiply the 4 by 3 to get 12 bits. So we've got to multiply the bits we have by 3 as well, and that gives us 9/12. It's the same for the other one. To get the 12, we need to multiply by 4. So we've got to multiply the 2 by 4 as well, and that gives us 8. So we've now got 9/12s and 8/12s, 9 bits and 8 bits. Could you press pause and subtract the 8 from the 9? 9/12s take away 8/12s leaves you just with 1/12. And that's your final answer. We now want to have a look at that on pizzas, and what we need now is my pizza takeaway box. When we're taking away, we'll be filling the takeaway box. And in here we've got to fill the takeaway box with 2/3. So there's our 2/3 there, and the amount of pizzas that we have is 3/4. So if we had a quick look, you'll see that 2/4 isn't big enough to fill it, and 3 is too big. So it's not going to work the way it is. So we've got to do something to it. So we went down the table to find out. We could try the 6, 9s and 8s, but we know they're not going to work because we know our method works. So all we do is we have a look at the 12s, and you'll see there's 3 in each 4 12s there. And if you have a look at the pizza box to fill, you'll see there's 4 in each of the thirds that we want to fill. So we know we can swap, we can cut our quarters into 12s, and here's the 12s that we get. And the final bit is we need to fill our pizza box. We've got to fill our pizza box with 8 and see how many is left over. So we fill our pizza box, and you can see we get 4 in one of the thirds, another 4 in the other third, and that gives us our full 8/12s there, which we take away, and it leaves us with 1/12. You'll notice that there was no dividing down this side. We don't need to divide when subtracting fractions. There is something else we sometimes have to do when subtracting fractions. You'll find this out when we do the next problem. We will now do an example with whole pizzas. The example we'll do is 3 1/2 take away 1 4/5. First we deal with the whole pizzas. The 3 whole pizzas take away the 1 whole pizza. We don't need to chop up the whole pizzas, although we might have to chop one of them up later. Press pause and take the 1 away from the 3. Three minus 1 equals 2. Put the big 2 across a bit. We need a bit room, or we might need a bit of room for working later. We're doing halves and fifths, so we need to do part of the 2 and 5 times tables. Press pause and do the tables to find the smallest number in both. Two is the smallest number, so we add 2 to make 2 2s is 4. 4 is still the smallest number, so we add 2 to make 3 2s is 6. 5 is now the smallest number, so we add 5 to make 10. 6 is the smallest number now, so we add another 2 to make 8. 4 2s is 8. And we add another 2 and we get to 10, which is in both. So 10 is 5 times the 2 and 2 times the 5. So we write 10 at the bottom of both of the fractions. Now we need to find the top numbers. So could you press pause and find the top numbers for the fractions? We have to multiply the 2 by 5 to get the 10. So to keep the fraction the same, you multiply the 1 by 5 and we get 5/10. On this side, we multiply the 5 by 2 to get the 10. So we must multiply the 4 by 2 and we get 8. Now if you take a look at it, we've got 8 tenths and we want to take them away from 5 tenths. We can't do that, can we? And at this point, we'll have a wee look at the pizzas. Here we have our 3½ pizzas. First thing we had to do was to take away the 1 pizza. So we take away 1 pizza and we're left with the 2½ pizzas. The next thing, if we look at the other side as well, the next thing we're going to have to fill, we've already used the 1 up, we're now going to fill 4/5 of the pizzas into the takeaway. So we're taking away another 4/5. So what we did was we went down there to find the easy way. We could try the other ones, but I think you can do that now. So what we want, we found that 10 goes into both of them. So if we have a look at the 10 on the 5th, you'll see there's 2 in each of the spaces. And on the half, we put it like that, you'll see that we get 5/10 there. We now know we're working in tenths, so we can swap our half for the 5/10. And you can see that we can start to fill with our 5/10 to fill the pizza parts that we need. There's 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them. But you notice we need another 3. And that was why we couldn't take 8 from 5. So what are we going to do? Well, if you were serving pizza, you'd know what to do. If you need more pizza, you've got to cut another pizza. Now, if we're dealing in tenths, then the obvious thing would be to cut it into tenths. So we cut the whole pizza into tenths. So if we replace the whole pizza with a pizza cut into tenths, then we can now see that we can add the 3 in there. So we'll just set the pizzas to the side there now and we'll have a look at this in our working. So what we've got is 2 pizzas there, and we're going to split one of them. So it's just like when you're doing normal subtraction, when you break 10, we've got to break our whole pizza up. So we cross that out and say that we've got 1 left. And we'll split it into tenths, so you put 10 over 10 in there. And you put a wee plus in. So that's what we've got now. So we can rewrite that line as 1, which we can bring across now, 1 and 15 tenths, take away 8 tenths. Now, could you press pause and do the subtraction? Right, so you've got 1 and 15 minus 8. So 15 take away 8 leaves you with 7. So you're left with 1 and 7 tenths. And if we look at the pizzas, that's what we were left with. We've got 1 whole pizza and 7 tenths. So the working is very easy. It's similar to the working for adding, except you don't have the divide. You've got to sometimes break a whole pizza. So I think we're ready now for a mini test on subtraction. Press pause and do the mini test. If you got any of them wrong, go back and watch the video again and try the test again. If you got them right, you're ready to go on to adding and subtracting fractions, mixed examples.